Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Week 4 Border NFL Gurus Commissioner's Address. What a week. What a week. We had some dandies, we had some key injuries, we had some blowouts, we had some tight games, some real beauties. So let's get right into her. We're going to start off with Joe Buck Yourself versus Billy Large. Joe Buck Yourself easily taking this one. 129 to 89. Deshaun Watson, 41 points. Little waiver wire gem there, propelling Joe Buck Yourself to victory, plus a solid outing from his defense. Billy Large, nowhere to be seen in this matchup. You can't put up 100 in this league. You ain't going to win. So that one was pretty much a drubbing right from the get-go. So that moves Joe Buck Yourself to 2-2, puts him into 6th place, and that drops Billy Large to 2-2 and drops him into 7th place. Moving over to the Panty Raiders versus Plug the Plug. Panty Raiders taking this one 111 to 99, pulling Panty Raiders up to 2-2, put them in the 8th seed, and dropping Plug the Plug to 1-3 and dead last in the league. He's familiar with that territory though, so. No big deal. Panty Raiders led by Jameis Winston. Philly Dawson, the ageless wonder, still out there getting it done. And Plug the Plug, Russell Wilson had a decent day again. Nice fantasy season so far. Other than that, the rest of his team struggles to crack double digits on a weekly basis. It's going to be a long season for him if he doesn't figure it out. So Panty Raiders sitting in the 8th spot with that win. Moving over to Rosterbation and hanging with Hernandez. Rosterbation getting it done again. He's banged off back-to-back wins, and he takes the win here over hanging with Hernandez 124 to 107. Moving him to 3-1 and 3rd in the league, and dropping hanging with Hernandez to 1-3 and 9th in the league. So he's still in the mix, but he's playing catch-up. Hanging with Hernandez, making the trade prior to the game, McCoy for DeAndre Hopkins. And McCoy with 10 points, which isn't bad, but it wasn't enough to get it done for him today. Rosterbation led by Kelsey. Clinton Dix had a nice day. Keekly also had a nice day. So Rosterbation picking up the win. No problem. Moving over to Suck My Ditka and the Mighty Ducks. Battle of mediocrity here, I guess. Suck My Ditka taking the win 120 to 96, pulling them to 1-3 and in essence saving their season. You drop to 0-4, she gets pretty tough. Picking up the win here 120 to 96 again, dropping the Mighty Ducks down to 1-3 and moving them to 11th. Suck My Ditka led by Gurley and Miller. Todd Gurley 27.5, Lamar Miller with 25. Pretty potent running back combo right there. Losing Derek Carr in the process, so out 2 to 6 weeks. So if you're a Raider fan, fucking get out your tissues because our season's riding on EJ Manuel. Either way, she picks up the win, moves into 10th. Let's move over to the Wendell Beckhams versus Vic This. This was a battle of the undefeateds, but it turned out to be not much of a battle at all. Wendell Beckham's easily picking up the win here, 122 to 87, moving them to 4-0 and dropping Vic This to 3-1. Wendell Beckham's again led by Tom Brady, Kareem Hunt, Justin Houston had a nice day, but he loses Dalvin Cook in the process, torn ACL. So not good news on the injury front. Anyway, Wendell Beckham sits in the 1 spot, Vic This sitting in the 2 spot. And in what can be considered, I think, the game of the week, Rays Finkles versus Rogers Dodgers. What a game, what a turn of events at the end of that Chiefs-Redskins game. I couldn't even believe what I was seeing. The last-minute fumble from Klay Thompson on the busted lateral play gives Race Finkles a victory. He takes a 137.88 to 137.06. An unreal finish. Unbelievable. Tough loss for Rogers Dodgers. But hey, maybe it turns Race Finkles' season around. That moves them up to 2-2. Puts them in the 5th seed and drops Rogers Dodgers to 2-2 and puts them in the 4th seed. Just an unbelievable finish. Shitty way to lose if you're Rogers Dodgers, and you're feeling pretty good if you're Race Finkles today. So not too bad at all. Moving over to our blowout of the week. Well, the old blowout of the week belongs to Billy Large, who got absolutely fucking thumped by Joe Buck yourself by 40 points. So you're welcome, Bill. Wish I could play you every week because that was just too easy. So congrats, Bill. You got your ass handed to you. Well done. And our jackass of the week. You know what? I don't think I can give it to a particular player this week or a particular team in our league this week, but I am going to give it to Chris Thompson from the Washington Redskins, who royally fucked over Rogers Dodgers with that fumble at the end of the game. What a heartbreaker, and on a nothing play. It meant, well, it did mean something, but it didn't work, so at the end of the day it meant fuck all. So that is a tough heartbreaker. And Race Finkles, you got lucky, bud. You got lucky because you could have put up a $138 and lost, which is what should have happened, but it didn't. So anyway, I digress. So yeah, we still got a bunch of 2-2 teams here. We got 5 of them locked in at 2-2. We got 4 1-3s, 2 3-1s, and the one L Beckham sits atop the league. Really establishing his dominance. 539 points for, only 372 against, so lowest in the league. So he's had a pretty easy ride up until this point. Moving into next week, we got buys taking effect. We got a lot of injuries that are starting to show up here. I'm going to make things tough for a lot of teams. And, next week we're going to see who's actually playing fantasy and who's just trying to roll with their roster all the way through, because once buys start kicking in, that waiver wire gets real busy. So again, we got a lot of important matchups next week. Those 1-3s got to start winning, and maybe some of these 2-2s can start pulling away, but only time will tell. So until next week, keep playing that wire, and all hail the commish.